A National Housing Day community development Halton brought together nonprofits, politicians, and residents to discuss the state of the housing crisis in Halton and what we as community members can do to help. Nikki Wesley has those details.
You know, this is both a housing crisis and a crisis of belonging and of connection. Belonging has a price tag when it comes to housing in Canada. And I think we can do better than that.
Event attendees brainstormed possible solutions and next steps to address the housing crisis. One of the panelists shared his lived experience being homeless for 3 years. Thankfully, he and his partner Kimberly recently found a home with assistance from Wesley, but previous to that, they were living in a sheltered area by the Teen Tour Band building.
And the toughest was winter, by all means. Even if you have a tent, it's staying warm is a constant battle. It's constantly have to move around. So it's a challenge. Finding food. I was not on OW. It's living off the land, basically.
More caring, more giving, and less, well, I don't have to do it, someone else will do it.
We were asked the question, how do you see Halton 25 years from now? Now, being homeless, I can't see 25 minutes ahead of me. So 25 years, now I'm looking 25 minutes ahead of me saying to myself, well, where's my next meal? Where's going to be my next meal 25 years from now?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a perfect storm in our communities across the country right now. I mean, we've come out of a pandemic where housing prices have skyrocketed at the ownership level, and that has had a trickle-down impact on folks that are renting, and then subsequently on, deeply affordable units. And when we have policies at, provincial and federal levels that make it easy for us to lose affordable units to the private market, we end up not even being able to build affordable housing fast enough to keep up with the rate at which, affordable housing that was once affordable changes hands, and then the rent gets, jacked up.
What we need is new rental housing of all kinds. So we know at the region that we can do emergency shelter. We know we can do supportive housing, but we need to promote rental housing all across our region. So whether it's, apartment buildings, whether it's luxury rentals, whether it's more condominiums, we need more housing of every kind to put a dent in our housing crisis.
And those new rental units can include additional dwellings created in existing residences, as outlined by Garth Brown, who's the co-founder of Mary's Ark. The panel discussion revealed one of the biggest hurdles is acceptance of new affordable housing units by existing residents.
We hear a lot in our community about, no, we don't want something built in a particular area. And I would like to ask our community, if you do think that housing is important, if you do care about the issue of housing, come out to meetings, let your voice be heard, and say yes to housing in Halton Region.
I think that's been a great action from today's Housing Summit, is seeing how we can all come together to advocate around how positive this is for our communities, and to be advocating for these housing developments and supportive housing when they're being proposed. And we already again have the land and the resources, but it's a matter of the acceptance. And so how do we galvanize that support together? And again, I really believe that this is an opportunity to have a source of pride around housing and helping our neighbors in the community.
A lot of our neighbors are going unhoused, that there's a lot of suffering in our communities, that we have a housing system that's deeply unjust, and we need an all-of-community approach to address this.
The best thing you can do to start is reach out to a group like Community Development Halton, which has an amazing task of mobilizing volunteers throughout our community to talk about housing.
For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.